Hi, my name's Manny Talavera, and I really appreciate you taking a look at my coaching case study today. In this case study, I'm going to actually tell you how I was able to make $5,000 in 4 days selling coaching. And I was able to do this with no list, no lead pages, no opt-ins, no Facebook ads, no website. And at the time I did this, I had a very small Facebook group of around 200 people. Now, before we get into this, I do want to tell you who this training is for. If you're new to coaching and you want to sell coaching one-on-one or in groups, if you want to build a coaching program but you're stuck, if you're looking for a way to package your content or your knowledge and sell it, coaching is a great way to do that. If you have a few clients right now but you want to scale, and if you want to quit chasing clients and have clients start chasing you, you're going to get some value from this. And then the last thing here is if you want to sell coaching without seeming pushy, we're going to show you how to actually do that. Now, who this is not for, if you don't have something of massive transformational value to offer, you're not going to get much value from this. And if you're not willing to get people on the phone and make a coaching offer to them, you're not going to do well at all. You're just not going to have any success here. If you're not willing to invest a little bit in traffic, you're going to struggle. I'm going to show you all how I did it, and I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. And you will need to do a little bit of an investment as far as Facebook ads. And you also must be willing to stay in the game and fight. Essentially, there are 4 things that you're going to need to do to be successful here. And what's going to happen at any given time, one of those things can break down. So your ads might not be generating leads, and you're going to need to stay in the game and fix that. You might generate leads and get people on strategy sessions, but you're not able to convert those people to clients. And if that's the case, you're going to need to stay in the game and fight, and you're going to need to work on those strategy sessions. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me. Again, my name's Manny Talavera, and I have studied marketing and mindset for the last 11 years. I've studied marketing, mindset, and strategy for over 15,000 hours. And I've actually created over 50 packaged products, DVD sets, CD sets, multimedia courses. Now, this here is a very, very small amount of the content I have created. I think this picture was taken around 2009 or 2010. There are probably less than 20 products here. And this was taken pretty early on. And so this is just a very, very small amount of the content I've created since I started doing this. Now, what happened for me is when I got involved in this, I actually wanted to do consulting. But selling content was just a way of me packaging my knowledge, and I was able to do that. And I started selling content to dentists, carpet cleaners, information marketers, and I sold to a lot of other niches as well. And selling content ultimately led me to picking up a few high-profile clients. I've been working with GKIC for quite a few years now, Chet Holmes International, the Patent Law Institute, and I've also worked with a number of artists. This is a picture of Bill Glazer and I. When I got involved in this, Bill was one of the first people to hire me. Here's a picture of me presenting Info Marketer of the Year in 2010. And of course, there's Dan Kennedy and Bill Glazer in the background there. Here's a picture of Frank Kern and I. Another picture of Dan Kennedy. This is the picture of Jeff Walker and I. And Jeff didn't end up becoming a client. But I did a little bit of work for Jeff, and I think he sent me a $250 Amazon card or something like that. And so what I was doing is I was selling content on eBay. I was making $3,000 to $6,000 a month. I had a few coaching clients, and I'd pick up coaching clients as I was selling content. And then what happened for me is eBay traffic fell off. When I got involved in this, eBay was #1 in search. And then what happened is Amazon showed up, Facebook showed up, Google bought YouTube, and eBay fell from #1 in search to like #6. And when that happened, my traffic fell off, and I wasn't having as much luck selling content on eBay. But I was very fortunate because I had sold a product to a guy on eBay, and he was a carpet cleaner, and he was also into marketing. And he ultimately built a list of 3,000 carpet cleaners. And so he and I started doing joint ventures together. Now, you all may not be familiar with joint ventures. You're probably more familiar with affiliate marketing. Well, you know what? I don't really know anything about affiliate marketing. You got all that code and doing all that. We were doing pretty much the same thing, but we were just basically doing deals. And so I had created this product, the simple letter writing system for carpet cleaners, and he had a list of 3,000 people, and we would actually make this offer to his list, and we would sell it for anywhere from $79 to $97. And every time we made an offer to his list, we would sell anywhere from 80 to 120 units of this. And so every time we would make an offer, we would make somewhere around $6,000 to $12,000, and we would split that money up. And I had a really good relationship with him, and we actually did this for about, I think, around 15 months or so. And then what happened? My joint venture partner bailed on me. He was working with another guy as well. And they actually made a coaching offer to his list. And the coaching offer was for $1,000. And they were able to actually sell 150 units of that. And so they made $150,000 in about 4 days. And when that happened, you know, he no longer did any more work with me. You know, once he made that money, he never made another offer for me. And so I kind of, you know, I was making money on eBay and that fell off some. And then I lost a joint venture partner. And it kind of took me back to something Frank Kern had said back in around 2011. What Frank said at the Info Summit in 2011 was that he was no longer selling packaged products and he was focused only on coaching. So what happened? Last March, I drew a line in the sand and decided I was no longer going to create content. And what I was going to do is I was going to specifically focus on coaching. And when I made that decision, I made $5,000 in 4 days selling coaching, and I was able to do this with no list, no lead pages, no opt-ins, no Facebook ads, no website, and a small coaching group of around 200 people. And I did this by doing 4 things. The first thing I did is I helped people on Facebook. So I answered their questions, I would instant message them, I would give them ideas, and I would offer strategy sessions. Once I got someone on a strategy session, I would deliver a lot of value to that person. And the 4th thing that I would do when it was the right fit, I would make a soft offer. Now what you need to understand is I treated every person I spoke with the same. At the end of every call, I would give that person 2 or 3 things that they should do to move forward. And so what you're going to find is most of the people in your market are stuck. And if you can just help them a little bit, they will really appreciate that. And not only did I actually give them some advice on what to do next, I did not make a coaching offer to everyone I spoke with. You know, some people were not the right fit. Some were not ready. And some clearly could not afford to hire me. And what you're going to find is when you're doing this, you will be on a call. And 3 minutes into that call, you will know this person is not in a position to hire you. And you will want to kind of let your guard down a little bit, just go ahead and get them off the phone. See, I didn't do that. What I did is every single person I got on the phone, I delivered maximum value to. And then what would happen? They would go into social media and they would tell everyone how great the call went. And so I would have someone on the phone who I knew couldn't hire me. I'd help them a lot. And then they would go on Facebook, tell people how great the call went. And I get 8 or 10 instant messages from people who wanted to have strategy sessions with me. And by doing this, the results is I ended up doing 100 strategy sessions. I ended up getting 30 clients. And I did this from 0 ad spend. And I'm going to be very honest with you all. This is a great system for getting started, but it is not a good system for building long term. What you really want to be thinking about is you do want to ultimately run ads, because what I was able to do in about 12 months, I think anyone could probably do in 60 to 90 days easy. I mean, I'm not sure how many people could handle 30 clients at a time, but if you do it the way I'm going to show you, you could ultimately have the same result I had. And instead of it taking a year, you could do it in 60 to 90 days. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over some of the reasons people don't move forward. A lot of you are stopped, and the reason you are not moving forward is because you have these fears that are kind of unfounded. Now, this is one that I hear a lot. A lot of you want to do coaching, but before you start coaching, you think that you need a website and a blog and a YouTube channel and a private Facebook group. And essentially what you're saying here is, I want to be successful, but in order to be successful, first I have to look successful. And I can tell you, that's not the case at all. If you want to be successful in this industry, you've got to be able to help people get unstuck. You've got to be able to help people get from where they're at to where they want to be. And you've got to deliver value. And if you do that, people will want to hire you. And I can tell you, I have never had anyone on a phone call who said, Manny, I want to hire you, but before I do that, I need to check out your website or I need to check out your blog. No one has ever said anything like that to me. I can tell you that you can do this business and you can get started without any of those things. Now, this is the thing. I'm not saying any of this is not important. What I'm saying is that you don't need it to get started. As a matter of fact, my advice to all of you is get yourself 3 to 5 clients. And once you've got 3 to 5 clients, you can hire someone to build that website. You can start that blog and you can start creating that YouTube channel. Now, the next thing I get is a lot of people are concerned someone's going to ask them questions they don't know the answers to. And I'm telling you, no one is going to ask you questions you don't know the answers to. I want you to think about something. Let's say you're a heart surgeon and you're advertising heart surgery. What are the odds anyone is going to show up with a broken arm? It's never going to happen. When you are marketing your skill, the people who need that skill are going to self-select and raise their hand and want to get on the phone with you. No one's going to show up and ask you questions that are completely outside what it is that you do. Now, this is a good one, and I get this one a lot as well. A lot of you are concerned you'll get qualifying questions like, where did you go to school? Or could you provide some references? And again, I have never had any of these questions. When you do the strategy sessions the right way, you show these people that you're an expert in the marketplace and they automatically want to hire you. Now, this is another one I've heard a couple of times. And what I've had people say is, Manny, strategy sessions don't work. I spoke with this person 4 times and they still did not hire me. And my answer to you all is this. Do not ever, ever, ever speak with anyone 4 times. That is not the process. The process is this. You get people to self-select and ask for a strategy session. On that strategy session, you deliver massive value and you help the person. And when it's the right fit, you make a coaching offer. Some people are going to give you money right then. Some are going to say, I need to think about it. And when someone says, I need to think about it, say, that's great. This is what I want you to do. Think about it. And once you decide if you want to move forward, send me an instant message or send me an email, and I will send you an invoice. You can make a payment, and then we can move forward. You see, do not get people on the phone 2 or 3 or 4 times. If you did not sell them on the first call, you are not going to sell them on the 4th call. And this is the other thing. Why would they ever give you any money? They've got you on the phone 4 times for free. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, you might talk to someone twice. You might have someone instant message you and say, Manny, I'm ready to move forward. I would like to ask you a few questions. You jump on the phone, you answer their questions, and then you make arrangements for payment. But as far as selling anyone, you're not going to sell them on 2 or 3 or 4 calls. They're going to buy from the first call or they're not going to buy. Now, this is also a really, really good one. A lot of people want to move forward, but they're scared they will have a bad call. I got some great news for you. You're going to have a bad call once in a while. I've had a couple of them. The third person I spoke with, it was just a terrible call. I'll tell you what happened. When I first started doing this, I was doing everything through instant message. I didn't have Schedule One software set up yet. And you have all these time zones and things, and that's just all Greek to me, and I never could keep that straight. And so I went back and forth with this person. We arranged for a time, and I ended up calling this person 2 hours early. But she wanted to go ahead and do the call. So we went ahead and continued on the call. And I was using this new Plantronics headset, and it was wireless, and I was getting a lot of echo and feedback, and I couldn't tell if she could hear me or not. And the call just wasn't going well at all, and I was just very frustrated. And you know what happened? 30 minutes after we hung up, she sent me $500, and I think she stuck around for 4 months. So you're going to have bad calls, and you know what? Sometimes you're going to have a bad call, and they're still going to want to hire you, because at the end of the day, you're still the expert. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly review the 4 things that you need to do in order to do well in this business. The first thing that you need to do is you need to be willing to run some Facebook ads. You need to be able to do a webinar, a pre-recorded webinar, or a video. The third thing that you need to do is offer free strategy sessions, and once you do those free strategy sessions, when it is the right fit, what you're going to do is you're going to make a soft coaching offer. Now, the difference in what I'm teaching you here and what I did is you're going to be able to scale really, really fast. I was working with people one-on-one. I would help people out in groups on Facebook, and I would get into an instant message conversation with those people and ultimately get those people on the phone. By doing this through webinar, pre-recorded webinar, or video, you're going to be able to put 20 or 30 or 40 people, or maybe even 100 people on a webinar at a time, deliver 45 minutes to an hour of value. And then what you're going to be able to do is get those people to self-select and decide if they're the right fit to talk to you and ask for a strategy session. Now, once I started having some success with this, a lot of people were reaching out to me and asking me for help. And I ultimately ended up working with a lot of coaches. Now, I'm not going to read this word for word. I'll be honest with you. I don't really like talking about myself in this sense. But this is a couple of testimonials I've got from people who I worked with. Jaleel Mans did very, very well. Jaleel ultimately ended up getting 8 clients in one day because Jaleel was doing a little bit of public speaking, and he really took what I was showing him and was able to do very well there. This is a testimonial for Brian Durkin. Brian was able to get 3 coaching clients at $10,000 each, and he was able to do that with a list of less than 100 people. And here's a testimonial from Camilla, and Camilla also did very well. She almost immediately after speaking with me got 3 clients. And those clients paid her enough money for her to pay all of her bills for 90 days. And then what she was able to do is immediately scale that business. And the last time I had spoke with her, she was not even doing strategy sessions anymore. She was pretty much booked solid. And so, I still do coaching, and I love working with people one-on-one. And if you would be interested in working with me, I can tell you, I have done quite a bit. I help people who are coaches. I help people who want to create content. I help people scale businesses. My expertise is really in marketing. And if you're interested in working with me, right now I'm billing out at $1,200 for 60 days. And that would be 30-minute weekly calls. I'm looking for about 5 people to work with. Once this 5 spots are gone, I'm probably not going to take any additional clients for quite a while. And then the other thing is, if you want to work with me, it would need to be on a Monday or Tuesday. I'm only doing coaching calls on Monday and Tuesday right now because I'm writing a book. I've got a lot of other things I'm working on. But if that's something you're interested in, hopefully there's a link below for you to schedule a strategy session. Just go ahead and do that. And we will get on the phone. We'll determine if we're the right fit for each other. And if we are, we'll see if there's a way for us to work together. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk to you about the Millionaire Coaching Formula. And the Millionaire Coaching Formula will essentially teach you the system that's going to teach you how to scale this business and do it in a very, very fast way. What this is it's a 6-week, 6-module course that will basically take you from the idea to a coaching program that you're actually selling to groups of people. The first week is big picture. And what we do here is we get really clear on goal setting. How much money do you want to make? When do you want to make that money by? Once we determine that, we help you to create the plan, and we make sure that you're in the right niche so that you can make that kind of money selling to that group of people. We go over every tool that you will need to sell coaching. And we also, in this particular module, we also go over coaching models. And there are several different ways to sell coaching, and we go over that. And we also talk about your deliverables. And your deliverables are simply your magic power, what it is that you bring to the marketplace. Now, in week 2, we structure your program. So you're going to pick a coaching model. You're going to pick a delivery method. You're going to pick a term, and we're going to make sure that pricing is right, and we're also going to talk about some delivery structure here. In week 3, you're going to create that webinar, and in creating your webinar, we're going to give you a template for doing that. I got this template from someone else. It's very, very valuable. It shows you how to create a 30 to 45 minute webinar that causes people to want to actually move forward with you. I've also got an application that you can use, and some of you are going to want to do an application before people actually get on the phone with you, and I've also got a template for that. And we're also going to do an overview of Facebook ads in week 3. Now in week 4, we're going to help you to create your marketing. You're going to create your strategy session, and you're going to use my blueprint called Strategy Sessions That Sell. The Strategy Sessions That Sell blueprint allowed me to get 100 people on the phone and get 30 people to hire me. And I'll be honest with you, I did not make offers to everyone I spoke with, probably barely half. A lot of people wanted to work with me, but I did not take them on as a client because they were not the right fit. When you use my system, what will happen is you're going to show people in the marketplace you're an expert, and they are automatically going to want to hire you. People will want to give you money. My advice to you, though, only work with people who are the right fit for you, because there's plenty of market out there, and you don't want to take on clients who are just going to be a problem later on. We're also going to cover creating your offer. I'm going to show you how to do this soft offer. We're going to show you how to do that. We're going to talk about lead pages and opt-ins if you want to do that. We're going to talk about follow-up email sequences, and we're going to talk about Facebook ads some more in week 4. Week 5 is going to be an implementation week. You know, weeks 3 and 4 are very heavy. So week 5, we're going to kind of give you the week off here. I may deliver some coaching case studies. I've got about 15 different coaching case studies where I'm going to talk about kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly of coaching and what you can expect. But these may not be delivered in week 5. They may be delivered early on. It just depends on how things are going here. And in week 6, we're going to discuss additional revenue streams of income. I'm going to give you a lot of different ideas on how you can make money in addition to just selling the coaching. We're going to go over that with you. So the Millionaire Coaching Formula, again, is a 6-week course. It's going to start on July 27th, and it's going to end on August 4th. We're going to deliver content on Monday, and that content is all going to be pre-recorded. So every Monday, you're going to have access to content. And on Thursday, we're going to do live Q&A calls. Now, the content that is not only pre-recorded, you're going to be able to download that. So you're going to have lifetime access to this. And the question and answer that's going to be live will also be recorded, and so you will get the recorded question and answer calls as well. And so again, we're going to start on July 27th, and we're going to go through August 4th. Now, this is ultimately going to be the signature course that I'm going to be selling for $19.97. You know, I wouldn't offer 6 weeks of question and answer, but if I did that, it would probably be $4.97 or more. I can tell you that the coaching case studies that are going to be in this program are going to be sold separately. And we're either going to be offering those at $97 or $197, but I can tell you that is a separate product that you're getting that we are going to be selling separately. The same thing with the strategy sessions that sell. In my opinion, the strategy sessions that sell is worth the cost of this whole program. There's a lot of value in that. It sets you up as an expert. It gets people on the phone and engaged with you. And at the end of that phone call, a lot of people are going to want to give you money. And I can tell you, the strategy sessions that sell will be sold separately, and those will be $97 to $197. Now, the webinar template, I did get that from someone else. I'm not going to put a price tag on that. It is going to be very, very helpful in you moving forward. The application template, the same thing. I actually have the application that you can use. It's just simple questions that you can ask. So the total price tag here would be $2,888. But of course, you know I'm not going to charge you that today. And I could certainly also charge $997. But I'm not going to charge you all $997 either. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to offer the Millionaire Coaching Formula for $497. Now, not only can you get this course today for $497, you're also going to be able to do 2 payments of $277 if you want to split this out over a couple of months. So you're going to have an option here, a 1 pay of $497, or you're going to be able to do a 2 pay of $277. So the Millionaire Coaching Formula is going to come with a 120-day money-back guarantee. Now, this is the thing. I can tell you all right now, if you do not take action, you're not going to make any money. But if you do take action, if you run ads, if you create a webinar, and somehow you can't figure out a way to get 1 client from this program, I will give you your money back. Shoot me an instant message. Shoot me an email. We will figure out a way to get a refund to you. But I'll be honest with you, I just don't understand how anyone could go through the program. Based on the fact that the course is $497, if you got 1 client who just stayed for 2 months, you're going to get a 100% return on your investment. You're going to get your money back, plus you're going to get 100%. If you had 5 clients that stuck around for 4 months, you're going to make $10,000 less what you paid for the course. You're going to net $9,500 there. If you start selling in groups, and we're going to show you how to do group coaching as well as one-on-one coaching. I'm going to teach you how to set all that up. You could make $10,000 to $60,000 in anywhere from 2 to 4 months just by getting 10 to 30 clients. And like I said, we're going to go over ways that you can do that. So just to give you a recap, you're getting the Millionaire Coaching Formula. It's a 6-week course starting July 27th. It ends August 4th. All of the content is going to be recorded, and you're going to have access to it for life. You're going to be able to download all of it. And you're getting this for $497 or 2 payments of $277. If you get just 1 client from this, it's going to pay for itself. My plan here is to put no more than 50 people into this program. What I'm looking for is 20 to 30 people who are going to give me a testimonial, so that when I offer this in about 6 months, I can offer it at a minimum of $997, and I may just go ahead and offer it at $1997. So this is what I want you to do. You know, if you're ready to buy the Millionaire Coaching Formula, go ahead and click the link below and buy. If you have any questions, go ahead and just schedule a quick strategy session with me. But again, like I said, I think this is an awesome value. In my opinion, the only way a person cannot make money from this is that if they just don't take action. But I really appreciate you all taking a look at my coaching case study today, and thanks a lot.